right, today we're going to talk through one of the biggest mistakes we see when it comes to putting a finish on your outdoor wood furniture. The great thing about it is that it's a really easy mistake to correct. You don't really have to spend a lot of extra time, but if you don't correct this mistake, it could ruin your outdoor wood furniture. All right, let's dive in. Again, today we're talking about a huge mistake we see a lot of people making that's really easy to overcome and correct when it comes to finishing your outdoor wood furniture. Now, if you like what we have for you, make sure to hit the like button, please. It helps us out a lot. And subscribe for future content like this. So we just got done refinishing and staining and adding a wood finish to these Adirondack chairs. They're rough cut lumber. They're made out of cedar, made out of redwood. And so we added a stain to them. And then we went ahead and put a spar varnish on. I'm not going to spend a ton of time in this video talking about why we chose a spar varnish. I'll include a link so that you can go check out that video if you want. There's a variety of outdoor wood finishes you can put on, ranging from a regular varnish to a spar varnish, polyurethane, a urethane. There are a bunch of different kinds. So we got a lot of videos on that content. We won't cover that today. But what we did is we sprayed this varnish onto the chairs. And when you're spraying varnish on chairs, or spraying really any wood finish on chairs, what happens? Well, the chairs are sitting upright, and you're going to spray the finish, and so you're going to cover all the sides, all the angles, except for underneath the feet. This part will not get any of the varnish. And as a result, this part, the bottom part of the legs, are not protected with the wood finish. They are exposed to the elements as if you didn't refinish them because you didn't add any finish to them. And this is perhaps arguably, I'd say easily arguably, the worst spot to miss. And the reason is because these are the legs that stick into the ground and absorb all of the moisture in the ground. So every time it rains, these will be sitting in puddles. Every time it snows, these will be sitting in the snow and then the subsequent melt. All the ground moisture in general, even on a regular day, will get absorbed by these feet, and they have absolutely no protection for them. And that's a really big problem because the whole reason we're protecting the wood, the whole reason we're adding a finish to the wood like this spar varnish, is to protect it from the elements and make it so your wood furniture will last longer. And when we add a protective coat of sealant, like a varnish, we extend the life of these outdoor furniture. We extend the life by a pretty wide margin. You go from having these for a couple of years to having these for 8, 10 years. If you keep up with the wood finishing every couple of years, you're going to get a lot of life out of them. But unless you're going to bring them in every single time it rains or it snows, then it's going to really detract if you don't put a finish down here. Also, another reason, and a reason it's going to be even worse, is because when the elements hit this wood, it's not the type of wood that is really porous. It's not the section of the wood that is really porous. But the feet, more than likely, unless you added a cap to them, are going to be the type where the grain is going to suck up the moisture much more rapidly and much easier than the other parts of the wood. So it's really important that you add and take the time to add a finish or a sealant to the bottom. And it's really easy. All you have to do, in this case, we're going with a spar varnish. Like I said, we sprayed a spar varnish. You don't need to get out the sprayer for something like this. You could, but you're going to have a lot of overspray. And so really all you need to do is just get a brush, get your varnish or your sealant of choice, and add it a couple coats. So you're going to want to add it, let it dry, add it, let it dry. Put 2, 3, 4 coats on just to make sure you've got a really strong sealant. Now it's going to suck it up because of, again, we talked about this porous section. You're also going to want to make sure that you use a mask that has some protection for you. You don't want to be breathing in the fumes from these. And pretty much anything oil-based is going to be harmful, especially if you're spraying or applying it with a brush inside of a closed environment. We're here in the garage, and while we'll open up the doors, that still is a bit of a closed environment. So open or closed, either way, these do have harmful VOCs, so make sure you're applying it with a protective respirator and mask. So let's go ahead and take care of it. We'll apply it really quickly and show you that it is, and then come on back. All right, there you have it. That's all you need to do. And again, it's an easy way to overcome one of the biggest mistakes that we see when it comes to applying a wood finish. you can increase the longevity of your outdoor patio furniture, your outdoor wood table, whatever wood project you're working on. Again, if you like this video, please hit the like button, helps us out a lot. Subscribe for more videos like this and many other DIY and woodworking topics.